Momo 2 times back in the building, and today I'm finna give y'all another reaction video. I'm finna react to King Von after he was gone. Y'all heard the news, he just got shot a couple nights ago. Shit's crazy, so yeah, y'all stay tuned.
Be goofy, you know they be lying. Down the gang, stay singing that iron. I would stay lying, you know they be dang. Don't talk on my brothers, retarded matters. Get real in the fit.
What's up, y'all? Finna react to this King Von. Let's get into it.
Started this video, it has a charity attached, so for those who can afford to show their support, please hit the link down below. Now, I was out of the office when this tragic news broke on Friday. Thankfully, Marlon, he was in studio and he was able to give you guys an update, like a news story. Now, Marlon, he knows more about King Von than I do myself, so I'm going to hand over the reins and let him tell this story. Now, from all of us here at Before They Are Famous,
damn, 2020, like,
King Von's family,
probably like
most notably
5 artists died, bro. My voice kind of fucked up, so it probably sounds and stuff, but
me being able to share my love, you know.
Before King Von would hook up with Lil Durk and the two rappers would collab several times, tour together, and King Von would join the OTF Collective. Before King Von would collaborate with NLE Choppa, Polo G, T Grizzly, G Herbo, Lil Durk, YNW Melly, and more, King Von was born and raised in the crime-ridden Old Block neighborhood. After beginning to rap in 2018, King Von caught the interest of Chicago flag bearer Lil Durk.
I used to live close as fuck to Old Block.
Following up to his early single Problems, King Von broke into the map with Crazy Story, which streamed over 200 million times and currently boasts over 55 million views on YouTube at the time of this recording. This success was followed with his debut album Grandson Volume 1, which broke out onto Billboard 200, and from there his success would continue to snowball. But coming up on the mean streets of Chicago meant that Von was no stranger to gang violence and having run-ins with the law. In fact, he spent his fair share of time locked up over the years, including 2 years when he was just a teenager. As Von was well on his way to becoming one of the biggest superstars in the rap game, reports began circulating that an altercation and shooting took place outside of a hookah lounge in Atlanta. King Von was one of 3 men who were shot and killed.
That shit crazy. What was that nigga shooting?
The rap community mourns the loss of one of the
most famous nigga there, and they let him get popped.
Let me fill you in on who and why King Von was so special. What's going on, guys? My name is Marlon Palmer, and with a heavy heart, bringing you Gone But Not Forgotten on King Von. We've attached a charity to this video, and any revenue earned off as donated to this cause. Share your support and condolences for Von, his friends, and family. Now let's get into this video.
Dun, dun, dun.
King Von was born Davon Bennett on August 9th, 1994 in the south side of Chicago. He grew up in the Parkway Gardens complex, otherwise known as O Block, a place that he still reps like crazy to this day.
It'd be decent over there, cause they got all types of stuff over there, and that's what it'd be fun.
Oh God, Chicago be turned up.
It's like a little, what you wanna call it, a mini resort, I wanna say.
But
they got like hotel room, free room, stuff like that.
This building complex is otherwise known as Parkway Gardens, and it's the same area that produced Chief Keef.
With 35 buildings in
damn, I didn't know that. Chief Keef and King Von from the same area.
Families. As time passed, however, years of absentee ownership, deteriorating conditions, and a small but violent criminal element took their toll.
King Von's mother did her very best by her kids, but poverty and violence were a part of everyday life for most people that grew up in this part of Chicago. In fact, Von never even got the chance to know his father because he was locked up before Von was born, and then subsequently passed away.
His father was, he was like back and forth in jail, like he was locked up. Most of the
yeah,
time.
that's a big reason why my mom moved us out of Chicago.
He was there when he
because all the shit going down there. She's wanting like a better living for
part
us.
Of his upbringing, Von has always denied ever joining up with a gang when he was young.
Like a regular hood, I was with my homies, all my friends, so we grew up playing, you know, kicking in the pit. Then we got older, still kicking it, but other got to happen. So you know that's good.
In fact, he tried to focus on having a normal life by playing baseball, where he played first base shortstop. He told XXL, I used to play baseball. I was playing even in high school. I fuck with that. But of course, even with other things to focus on, growing up on the south side of Chicago meant that it was nearly impossible to avoid trouble. King Von started off small enough. At first,
that big ass police coat.
But by the time he was attending Hyde Park High School, he was going to jail at 16 after being arrested and booked for unlawful possession of a firearm.
It's just like, it's easier to go on the block than it is to go to school. Like, you know? And it's easier to just be careless and not doing doing bad, like bad. easy to do than good. You know what I'm saying?
While he was still attending Hyde Park, he became friends with G Herbo and struck up a friendship that would ultimately result in King Von realizing what he wanted to do with his life. He told Complex, "That's my boy, and now we're on tour together. He's younger than me. I was like a junior when he was a freshman. I was a junior and then I went right to jail. I was getting in trouble, then he gets to rapping and I'm seeing him growing up from jail. Then I started rapping. For the next 10 years, King Von would never spend more than a full year outside of prison. In fact, he never even graduated from Hyde Park after being arrested and spending a whole bunch of time at juvie. He did manage to earn his GED while locked up over the years, but he never actually held a job other than the work he put in the streets. Then he was only still 19 years old. He was arrested again, this time in connection with a shooting that took place in May of 2014. He was charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder.
I got charged with it when I was 19, 2014.
That boy was a hothead.
So they let me out when I was like 23.
King Von sat in prison for over 3.5 years.
Damn, half his life he been in jail.
Then the trial
That's
finally
crazy.
took place. It only lasted 5 days. One of the men arrested with Von was sentenced to over 20 years of jail time. But Von, who never once cooperated with authorities, was acquitted and walked out of prison a free man. After overcoming a murder rap that would have put him away for life, Von turned to inspirations like Lil Wayne, Gucci Mane, and his childhood friend G Herbo to look for a path off the streets. He began drawing from urban novels and things he had experienced on the streets to create his own lyrics, and met up with a friend and mentor, Lil Durk.
When I got locked up for the drama and shit, Dirk was the main one supporting me and shit, helping me. So we got even closer when I was just in jail. Then I got out. He flew me out there with him and shit. Got the rapper, so me and Dirk, you know, we like.
Together, they started cranking up banger after banger, and within 6 months, Von had a series of viral hits on his hands, like Crazy Story. Despite pulling from true-to-life stories for his music, King Von isn't a fool, and he knew that he had to obfuscate some facts to make sure that he didn't want to get locked up.
Motherfuckers say,
He told Complex,
like,
I'm not
whoever
going to tell
fuck
you
with
about
Dirk, they
nothing
gotta
like
curse or
hell
something.
no. I'm not going to
Cause
tell you
I
about
guess
it.
hella
It's
niggas
real.
that Dirk
You
fuck
got
with,
robbed, you hear some the
like,
music,
they
but I'm
get
just telling you
killed or
stories.
some
I'm an artist
crazy
with
shit.
this. I'm never gonna give you anybody's name or anything. Remaining loyal to the boys who helped you get where you are has always been an important facet for the life of King Von and his friend Lil Durk, who signed Von to his Only the Family label in 2018.
He can hire people like King Von. You know what I'm saying? Von wouldn't be able to get a job nowhere else probably. When you get to that line, have you ever been convicted of...
He a dead star nigga.
Have you ever
No
been
experience is doing nothing. I ain't,
Despite the success King Von was achieving, old issues cropped back up in early 2019, and he and Lil Durk were arrested for attempted murder in Atlanta, Georgia.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Weatherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
King Von and Lil Durk's lawyer argued that both men were simply defending themselves during an altercation that saw one man shot in the leg and $30,000 up and disappear. Von and Durk were both eventually released on $300,000 bail. In September of 2019, Von dropped Grandson Volume 1, which peaked at number 75 on the Billboard 200 and 37 on the hip-hop R&B charts. He followed that up less than 6 months later with his second studio album, LeVon James, which found even more success, peaking at number 63 on the US Billboard 200 and 36 on the hip-hop R&B charts. LeVon even made it all the way to number 10 on the US Indie Billboard charts. Recently, King Von has just dropped his newest album, Welcome to O Block, in October.
That chain he got raw as hell.
Received well by fans, critics, and the rap community. Speaking on the album, Von told Complex, if you're doing something and keep doing it, you're gonna get better results. Everything better. It is the one for real. I've been working hard. While celebrating his success, King Von was hanging at an Atlanta nightclub and hookah lounge on November 6th. At around 3:20 a.m., 2 groups of men, one of them associated with rapper Quando Rondo, got into a confrontation. The dispute quickly escalated in a shootout, which 2 police officers attempted to break up with additional gunfire.
Oh God, and they had fake news out that Quando Rondo got shot. I instantly posted that shit. That shit was
still
capped.
mourning from another tragic loss that's become all too common an occurrence.
They wildin' though.
Prayers and condolences go out
on
to
the
his
internet,
family,
nigga.
his
They
friends,
posted King Von, his dead body. Alright, but y'all, that's it. Let's wrap the video up. RP that nigga Von. And I think RP that nigga Quando. I don't know if that was capping or not, but that shit crazy, bro. We lost too many like celebrities, big celebrities this year, 2020. But I'm finna wrap the video up. Y'all be smooth, stay tuned for more. I'm finna be dropping hella. Don't forget I'm finna be dropping all types of shit on this channel. I'm finna dropping pranks, fucking sports videos, music, all that shit. I'm finna drop all the bangers, all that shit. Oh God. But yeah, y'all be smooth. Momo 2 times out.
Breaking her back and I'm hitting the spine. Her friend up next in the line. I just be goofy, you know they be lying. Down the gang, stay singing that iron. I would stay lying, you know they be dying. Don't talk on my brothers, retarded matters. Get real in the fit if you on, you can have it. Both all fall like I play for the Mavericks. BBG shit, you on smoke, we can match. My bro got a blick, but I told the rats. She can get tricky, but now this ain't acid. Been talking facts, all them niggas be capping. If you don't smoke, then we all about